A young girl in America has been given cosmetic surgery to pin her ears back after she was bullied at school for the way that she looked. Now, we did a little bit of research and we found a charity that provides free plastic surgery for bullied children. What do we think about this?
Well, I just find it quite scary, to be honest. I think this world where we've all got to look the same, this is perfect, I just don't agree with it. You know, my children are both, well, one's mixed race, one's Pakistani, they've got brown skin. There's been a little bit of bullying about, you know, where they're from, all that kind of thing, but I'm not going to go and change their skin colour, you know, and I think this is about me as a parent, giving them the skills and the tools and saying, they're wrong, you're not wrong, and difference is something to be celebrated, and different is good. So, you know,
but unfortunately, other children don't see it like that.
But they never will. That's life. Life is difficult, and life is never going to be how you want it to be.
But if you can make your child's life easier by making them happy, by changing something on them that will make their life happier, like this little girl, as she was saying, is getting really, really badly bullied, and her mum is obviously really upset about it. And if you can change something,
where does it stop?
I'm not saying that she should have Botox or anything like that. It's the same as my daughter Bobby. She had the biggest gap in between her teeth, was really, really unhappy. It never smiled in a photograph. And so we took her and got her at the Invisalign. It's completely changed her personality. She's much more confident and everything about it.
I agree with that. I agree with teeth and, you know, things that, but plastic surgery.
But noses, for example. I mean, we found examples this morning, didn't we, of really mothers paying for really, really young girls.
No, I don't agree.
And breast
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
When you're at school, any little deviation from the norm is going to get remarked on, because children tend to operate in a pack, don't they? And they all feel confident if they all look the same, and if anyone looks even slightly different. Now we obsess about all this and call it bullying, but it's a natural part of being a child and growing up.
It shouldn't be though, should it?
Well, the world's not nice, Linda. I've got news for you. You know, the world's quite a brutal place, and the best way to prepare your kids from it, in my humble view, is to teach them to get on with other kids at school and tolerate their differences and grow a thicker skin and not just start weeping and hand-wringing. I mean, I got really a bad time at school because I had big frilly teeth because I didn't like dentists, and I bit a dentist who tried to do some work on me, and I was never happy with going to the dentist. I had glasses, and of course back in the day they weren't like elegant, lovely reading glasses. They're like milk
National Health glasses.
It's more or less saying I'm thick. Obviously I wasn't, but I looked.
But how did that make you feel as a kid? If somebody had said to you, look, we can change your appearance, would that have made you happy?
No, and I'm really glad I didn't change any of my appearance, because I've made a load of money out of it ever since.
And I think
the person that was upset about me, spookily enough, my mother, not about my glasses or my teeth. I had very big feet. Well, I would have big feet because both my parents are 6 foot tall, and I had big feet from a really early age. My mother decided that the lumps on the back of my feet were so bothering that I actually had each heel, the bone on each heel, chipped.
Oh my God.
And the lumps cut off. Well, why? I mean, from the minute I went back to school and I had to have my feet bandaged and wear flip-flops, then I really was an object of ridicule. I got all sorts of flipper jokes and
that must have been really painful.
It was really painful. It's all because I had big lumpy
How old were
feet.
you?
Well, 14.
Oh, God, that's really painful.
And I was doing all these O-levels. Oh, yeah, take me out of school and do some dopey operation, take a lump off me.
Can I bring it back to, obviously, what we started talking about, obviously, the little girl, and it was to do with she had her ears pinned back. I think quite often we get hysterical over the words plastic surgery.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't see that as plastic surgery. That's corrective surgery.
Yes.
And I think
so, like with a brace, like I have no problem with a brace or that.
And I think people do. You know, you're like, what about breast implants? It's a very different thing. And I think that if anyone is feeling uncomfortable about something to do with their appearance, I think we're far too quick to generalise and say, you are vain if you fix it, you should love yourself. You're perfectly capable of loving yourself, but you want to change something, and especially if you're a child. And
but your personality is not developed at that age. You're not capable of making a rational decision. You're not an adult, you're a child. You're under the age of consent. So I don't want children under 16 opting for surgery of any
Well, I mean,
sort.
I wanted my little boy to understand what it's like to be different. So when it was World Book Day, I sent him to an old boys' school that he goes to, dressed up as the boy in the dress. And, you know, he was a bit like, oh, Mummy, I'm not sure. And I said, son, just go for it. And, you know, as soon as you left the door, I felt terrible. I thought, oh, my goodness, what, is too young to learn all of these lessons about being different and whatever. But I was the first mum there. I couldn't do anything all day. I was petrified that I'd really sent him into the most awful experience. He came skipping out of school. It was fantastic because everybody liked my dress and it was fine. And he said a few boys thought I was a bit weird, Mummy, but it's fine. And I just thought I wanted him to experience that so that he knows it's all right to be different and not follow the crowd all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so I just did think I might have taken it.
Well, we did a poll and we asked you at home, would you pay for your child to have plastic surgery if they were being bullied? 74% said no.
Yeah.
No, that they wouldn't. 26% said yes. So it's kind of 3/4 no, 1/4 said yes.